pull up the webcam here. Hopefully you guys will be able to see me. Let's adjust my computer. What's up? How are you? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you are having a phenomenal Thursday night. I know that I am having a great Thursday night, so I hope it is translating and transferring through to you. First thing I want to do is welcome you all to the Success Connection. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here each and every week, doing my best to deliver epic value, massive value, and as much as I can for you to help you be successful, right? And tonight I have something that I really think is going to be a powerful message. As we look to launch our new Partner with Anthony business, it's important to note that we have a couple of types of people here, two types of people here, okay? We have our first timers. And if this is your first time on the Success Connection, give me a big yes in the chat box over here. Give me a big yes in the chat box. Little box down on the right-hand side of your screen you should be able to type into. All right, I'm seeing tons and tons and tons of yeses. Very good. Very, very good. Awesome. Well, lots of new people. So for those of you that are new, understand that the Success Connection is a standalone training. It's not something that I do to support any specific product. So it doesn't matter what product or software or anything that you've got. We won't be specifically talking about that here on the Success Connection. Instead, the Success Connection is a place where we build new businesses together. We launch new businesses together. And then we can use all those tools and trainings and resources and softwares that that you've probably enrolled in or purchased or have access to. You can use all that knowledge to help you promote and build the businesses that we put together here on the Success Connection. So super, super awesome, lots and lots of fun, and great experience. And it's a perfect time for you to be here because next week we launch the first business of 2019 together, and that means you won't miss out on it. Of course, if you've been coming to the Success Connection forever and this is your, I don't know, 240th time or so, I think, then thank you so much for your continued support, and hopefully that tonight I will deliver some more value and you will find it to have been a good hour spent, right? Time well spent. So super excited about the Partner with Anthony business. And if you don't have that, it's okay. I'm going to give it to you tonight completely free as we kind of start to go down the path of launching this business, okay? So there's a few things that I want to go over with you guys tonight. So we're going to write these things down. I've pivoted just a tad bit from my original lineup and schedule of events for tonight, and it's because you guys know the Success Connection is fluid. That means every day I'm doing something. Every day I'm learning new things and I'm doing new things, and I want to bring you the newest of those things, right? And so this past weekend, I spoke at Ty Lopez's mastermind. So this is a mastermind for people that I think pay $25,000 to be there. And they asked me to talk about funnels and copywriting and what really moves the needle for people, okay? What really moves the needle for people. And I thought to myself, man, when I got back home, I was flying home, and I thought to myself, this would be a great topic to share and to teach on the Success Connection tonight. And the reason is because I told you that we're going to give you some solo ad swipes tonight. So a couple of emails that you can give out to solo ad providers. And instead of just giving you those emails, what I'm going to do is write them with you tonight. And then I'm going to let you download the file in just a little while. So it's going to be a pretty exciting thing. So number one, so the first thing we'll do is we'll do a quick review. Okay, we're going to quick review what is Partner with Anthony. Okay, so what is this Partner with Anthony business that we're talking about? What's the point of it? Okay, number two, it's going to be E versus L. I'll explain what that is in a minute, but that's going to be the most powerful thing that you can possibly get your hands on tonight on the Success Connection. So watch out for that. Number three is going to be the solo ad swipes. Okay, and I've of course made some pivots here. Let's see. And then I'm also going to give you what I call the thank you page hacks. Okay, now these thank you page hacks, it's not like a real hack. It's things we can do to make more money with our business. So the first thing we're going to do real fast, we're going to look at what is Partner with Anthony. Okay, Partner with Anthony is a funnel where you're basically going to send traffic into this funnel, and there's going to be what we call an opt-in page. Okay, there's an opt-in page for this funnel where we ask for an email address. Let me show you, because we've actually built those pages for you. They're free. They don't cost you anything. If you're new tonight, that's okay. That's awesome. You'll still get these for free. Here's one of those opt-in pages. It's got a cool video of me on there. At least I think it's cool anyway, that you can have completely free. We have a ton of these. I think there's like 15 opt-in pages now that you get for free. An opt-in page lets you grab an email address. So look right here. It says partner with Anthony. There's a video that plays, and then someone can enter their email address. Understand this. If you're brand new, we will give you this page tonight free, okay? Already done for you to set up your business. And not only do we give you that page for free, we give you all of these other pages in here as well, okay? So lots and lots of awesome pages that you get for free. Okay, so we've got our opt-in page, all right? That opt-in page, okay, once somebody comes to this opt-in page, the next place that they go is what they call the thank you page, okay? And that thank you page usually has a button right here, okay? And if clicked, that button takes somebody to the sales page, okay? All right, so let's take a quick look at what that looks like, all right? Because we always do a quick review. I'm gonna do it super, kind of in sync, so you can always watch later on and watch the replays from the previous weeks, okay? So we have this opt-in page. This is the entry point to our business. This is where the traffic comes in. The traffic moves once they opt in to this page right here. This page says, congrats, you've been accepted for the chance to partner with Anthony. That would be me. And then it says, click right here to proceed. That button right there becomes your affiliate link, okay? So that button becomes, right here, this button becomes your affiliate link, okay? What that does is that is how we track the sales to you, okay? So next week, I'm going to officially open the Partner with Anthony program, which means you're going to get access to the training, and through that access to the training, you'll also get access to promote the product, okay? Meaning promote the Partner with Anthony product, meaning you can use these funnels and you can then get an affiliate link right here, okay? So this will be your affiliate link, which you will get next week on the Success Connection, okay? So next week, you'll get this, all right? And then it'll drop them off on the sales page. Now, this sales page, I control this page. You don't have to do anything at all on this page. This is 110% just for me, okay? So I take care of this and I do this for you, all right? So super, super important. You don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to give you the opt-in page and the thank you page. You also note that when somebody enters their email address, okay, they go onto your list, okay? So when they go into your email list, now you can start sending them emails, all right, to generate revenue. All right, so this is the initial part of the funnel. I have already given you all of this. Everything in the green I gave to you, okay? And actually, that's the pages, but why don't we just do it like this? I have given you all of that, okay? I take care of everything else. Once they go to the sales page, if they choose to buy, what happens is they go into the members area, okay? And that members area has a lot of trainings. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you this members area. Let me give you a sneak peek again. And I'm going to show you how this members area is designed to make you money, all right? So watch this. What I'll do is, I've got to actually open it up, don't I? So hold on one second. All right. Let me go in here and show you exactly what this looks like. I'm super proud of this too, not gonna lie. All right, so this is the inside of the Partner with Anthony program, okay? I've got it really, really, really zoomed in, as you can see, so that you're able to see it. What's awesome about this is that as people go through sessions, like let's just look at session 3, because I know that something resides in here. So there's session 3 that is sitting right here inside of the members area. To watch the training videos, you click these little expanders here, and we have a nice little video that says, hey, here's what affiliate marketing is. And then here's what the profit cycle blueprint is. And then check this out. Does everybody see right here where it says getting your basic tools? Does everybody see that? Just say yes. I want to see lots of yeses coming into the chat box. I want everybody to understand, okay? Lots and lots of yeses. All right, perfect. I see yeses. All right, getting your basic tools. Watch this. When you expand this, underneath here, there are some affiliate links, okay? There are affiliate links to get a Build Redirects account, to get ClickFunnels, and to get response. All 3 of these are my affiliate link, okay? So that means in under a normal circumstance, okay, if you were out here, if this was you, and you were out here, and you were sending me all this traffic, okay, and people were coming into the program, all right, they're coming into the program, guess what would happen? Anytime somebody makes a purchase and they go to the members area, here's what would be happening. I would be going, and I would be paying you a commission because you're basically an affiliate, right? So you're going to make some money. Is everybody aware of that? So you just sell the Partner with Anthony program, okay? You promote it and sell it. When somebody buys it, I pay you a commission. Are we all okay with that? We all understand this basic affiliate marketing, okay? But then when that person goes into the members area, okay, when that person goes into the members area, inside of the members area, what's going to happen? Well, I'm teaching and educating them, by the way, but there's certain tools that you just have to have in order to be successful on the internet. You can't just, it's like you can't go to work without your tools. My brother and I just bought new houses, and while we build, we bought these new ones, and these guys showed up to his house to do his punch list, and they sent the painters, and the painters showed up, and they legitimately looked at him and said, well, I don't have my paintbrush. They sent painters to his house who decided not to bring a paintbrush, didn't bring his tools, wasn't able to get much accomplished, had to come back the next day. So if you don't have your tools, you can't do your job, right? And so in this, I tell people, look, if you already have ClickFunnels, great. If you already have GetResponse or another autoresponder, great. But if you don't, you need to click these links and get them, okay? These are my affiliate links. However, when you join the Partner with Anthony program next week and you get access to this course, okay? So you'll have access to this whole course. You'll also have access to change these links to your affiliate links. This means my entire training system over here becomes a training system that is promoting your affiliate links. In fact, so much so that you can go, you'll be able to go right up here to where it says PC links. I call this Profit Center links. And what you'll find is you have access to the Partner with Anthony program. You will be able to change all of these links to your affiliate links. What that means is when you have customers that you sell a Partner with Anthony to, I'm still going to pay you a commission. The difference is, and what makes this so much better, is that you actually will now make all the money from inside of the members area. Now, why is that important? Because all of these different tools and resources typically are monthly memberships, okay? So they're monthly memberships, okay? So monthly money. Anytime you have something that's recurring billing, they have something called a churn rate. Can anybody tell me what a churn rate is? Just put it in the chat box. Robin said it first. She said the cancel rate. That's about right. It's if 100 people are supposed to be billed in February, okay, and only 95 people successfully bill, then we've churned 5%. 5% of the people are basically canceling month over month, okay? Typically, a churn rate for programs like this is 20% plus. The churn rate for me, when people go through our training, is under 5%. So what does that mean for you? That means way more profits being kept, way more money being kept, because I'm doing the teaching for you. I'm doing the selling for you. all you're doing is bringing people into my ecosystem, and I'm taking care of everything for you. But instead of me keeping all that money, and instead of me making all that money, you get to make it. And in fact, most of these don't even have second tier programs, which means I don't even make like a second tier commission. I don't make anything off of it, right? But I put this whole program together that's going to allow you to sell the program, and the program's going to teach awesome stuff, just like we teach here on the Success Connection, so that you're basically inviting people into that ecosystem to learn everything I've been teaching you. But they're going to need all the tools that I've told you you've needed for so long anyway, and all of you have, right? So, and if you don't, if you're new, we'll show you how to get those tools tonight before we go forward next week and launch this business, okay? So don't worry about that. So basically, at the end of the day, this business model all relies on you understanding the concept, which I think that you do, and then knowing that I'm going to take over at that point, and I'm going to do a lot of this for you, okay? So super important. So this is the first, obviously the first order of business, which was reviewing what Partner with Anthony is. Next week, we will be going into massive, massive detail, okay? So next week, we will be going into massive, massive detail on what this really is and how this really works, all right? But let's talk about point number 2, okay, on our agenda, because I'm going to be aware of the time. I know that I'm normally not aware of time, but tonight I actually have my phone sitting here, and I can time myself. Okay, I said E versus M. I told you that to get this traffic up here, what we really want to do is run solo ads, okay, and Facebook ads. All right, now last week I gave you some Facebook ads. If you were not here last week, don't worry, don't freak out if you're new. I always give you access to this page right here before the end of our webinar. And down at the very, very bottom, you'll see where it says Partner with Anthony. You can get all the funnels, all the email series that I put together, and you can even get those Facebook ads that you want, okay? So you can get all of that right here on this page. I'll give you access to that in a little while. First thing we want to do is understand that if that's what we're doing, okay, we're running ads. We need to understand how to make people respond to our ads. And people make a decision, okay, so decisions are made, oops. Okay, so decisions are made for 2 reasons. Now write this down, okay? Decisions are made for one of 2 reasons. It's either emotional or logic. Call it logical. Emotional versus logical. This is why people make decisions. Why is this crucial for you to understand? Why am I going to take the time out to share this with you? It's because, listen, if you want to get the traffic for this business, okay, everything else is done for you. There's not a whole lot that you got to do. What you do have to do is generate traffic. In order to generate traffic, you have to understand, and you need to know a little bit about what makes a person respond, what makes a person tick, what makes a person take an action that they otherwise would not have taken. So what I want to do is I want to share with you guys a story that that I feel like, and I kind of talked a little bit about this words matter last week, but I want to share a few examples of this, okay? Because I do believe that it's very important. And we could start off in many different ways, right? But some people some people respond through what we call emotional responses. We make you feel a certain way, right? I was sitting at this mastermind, speaking to some awesome people from Ty Lopez's group, just some phenomenal people, and none of them expected, me to be there. Most of them don't know who I am, and it was kind of interesting because I was telling my story, okay, and I wasn't selling anything. I wasn't trying to sell anything. I was just simply telling my story, and I mentioned how commitment is important to business. Being committed is so important to being successful. It's like they go hand in hand. It's like the perfect fitting glove. If you're committed to something, you can be successful. If you're bullshitting around and you're not really trying, there's no chance at being successful unless you just strike complete luck, right? You've got to be committed to what you're doing. Now, I was explaining that in a logical way. I was saying, you have to be committed, and here's why. Well, it's human nature, so logic, okay? So let me give you a check mark for logic. I said it's human nature for us to be habitual. That is why when you see people wake up in the morning, they brush their teeth, okay? They go get in the shower. This is my habits, right? I wake up, I brush my teeth, I get in the shower, I go and I start to get dressed. Typically, I'm going to get on my cell phone. I'm going to be searching or looking at my email. I'm going to walk into my office. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to work. My day starts that way 99% of the time, right? It's very rare that I don't start my day that way. Habits are what we are things that we do without even thinking about doing them. So if I commit to doing, say, the Success Connection every week, and I never miss any weeks, that is, it makes logical sense to you that I would have more success, that more people would show up because I'm creating a habit. How many of you would agree with me on that? I've created a habit. That habit is being on the Success Connection every Thursday, right? For some of you, for 4 years now, right? That's just your Thursday, right? Thursday nights, right here, live with Anthony. So I see lots of you saying yes. So here's the thing, okay? I created it as a habit, and logically, it makes sense. So I'm trying to not sell people, but I'm trying to read people in this room in a little circle, and I see people saying, yeah, that makes sense, right? It makes sense. But then I saw some people that weren't really grasping how important commitment really is to being successful. I can sit up there and say, I've been committed. Okay, that's great. But then I said this, and I was just passionately explaining. I said, look, my cousin got run over by a motorcycle and died on a Wednesday. On Thursday, I was doing my webinar. My dad died on a Tuesday. And on Thursday, I was right here and I was doing a webinar, right? I scheduled my wedding around my webinar. I schedule my life around my webinar. And as I started telling that, when I said that my dad died and 2 days later I was here on this webinar with you guys, literally the body language of the people in the room was unbelievable. They just cringed because what I did was, and I wasn't trying to sell anything, and I'm certainly not saying to promote somebody dying to get an emotional response, but just through telling that story, I got such an emotional response from the people in the room that they immediately bought in to the fact that habits or that commitment is important to success. Some people are very logic-based, and they just heard habits, habitual. That's perfect. That means people will show up. And others were super brought in by the emotional response that part of the story got. So I had an emotional response that brought people into my ecosystem, if you will, that made people believe and listen to me. Last night, I was in the city of Destin. And I know I haven't really, some of you don't even know, you're brand new, but for those of you that do know, I'm the board president at our building, at one of our buildings in Destin, where you'll see me film. And if you watch my Instagram, you saw me Instagram from there yesterday. So I flew in yesterday to go to a meeting with the city because we are having an issue at our building where people are coming onto our driveways and they're coming down into our building. They're doing some crazy stuff. They're going into our garbage dumpster, which is like an enclosure, it's got a door on it and everything. And they're doing crazy stuff, right? And so I went in, and my job was to explain to the city, okay, why they should give us a variance, which they have not granted in like 100 years, to put a gate in front of our building, okay, close to what they call the right-of-way, close to the sidewalk, if you will. And so as I sat there and started talking, my brain, what was going through my head was I was watching the panel of people, and I was watching to make sure that I hit the logical and the emotional things that I needed to hit to have them buy in or respond to me. And I could see that through body language, right? So instead of me telling a story, like saying, hey, look, there's a really big problem. this summer there were people in our trash dumpster, and you know, at nighttime we have to go out there, and who knows who's going to be in there, and how dangerous could that be, right? Well, that sounds really, you know, it's logical, right? How many of you feel like that's logical? That's just a logical thing, right? Okay, that's how sometimes people would tell that story, right? Very logically based. What I did was I took it a whole step further. I turned the situation around and I put them in the situation, and I created an emotional response. My voice inflections created an emotional response. My arms, my hands, the way I moved, my whole body language created such an emotional response that they kind of almost cringed a little bit when I started talking to them about how, you know, how unsafe we feel. And I said to them, how would you feel if your mother or your grandmother or your daughter or your sister or your wife walked down to that garbage dumpster, having done nothing wrong for the day, just living life, right? And they open up that door, and all of a sudden there's somebody in there waiting for them. There's somebody in there that rapes them. There's somebody in there that harms them. There's somebody in there that does things to them that will never, ever be undone. Things that will change their life, your life, and the lives of so many people around them. Okay? And could have all been controlled. Have we just put a gate up? Just a simple gate. Not asking for a big ask here, just a gate. But how would you feel, and how are you going to respond when that happens and we come back to you and say, it's your fault? And let me tell you something. That is so much more powerful than saying people could get hurt. Now, clearly I had a logical reason for this. We had people that were hiding in our garbage dumpster naked and all kinds of stuff. It's unbelievable, right? But the way that you present information, you see, needs to hit two types of people. The logical, the people who don't get emotional, right? And then the emotional people, right? The ones that do get emotional. And trust me, guys, there are people in this world that this over here does not resonate with. And I'll tell you the number one source of them is doctors. Doctors lose this emotional response frequently. Because if you can imagine, they're having to see death, and they're having to see sickness, and they're having to see pain, and then they have to turn right around, turn all that off and work. And then they have to turn all that off and go home and live a happy life, right? Even if a patient died, or you had to tell a patient they had cancer or something like that, you have to be able to kind of shut down this emotional side of our brain and focus only on logic. Logic says you have this many days to live, and that's it, right? Period. And that's just kind of how some doctors come across. How many of you have had a doctor that's been like that? You say, oh my gosh, this doctor has no bedside manner. That's what they say, right? Say yes. So I see lots and lots of yeses coming in. Okay, it's not that they're bad people. It's that they are logical people. They're not emotional people. And some people respond to both. The reason I'm telling you this is because when you write your ads, okay, and when you write these emails, these ads for solo ads and things, you have to write the types of emails that help people, that help to get people to respond in both types, both of these brackets, right? You have to get that emotional response, and then you have to get that logical response. Because if you don't, you miss out on conversions, okay? And the reason I'm telling you this is because we have to think differently about getting our customers. So many people are only focused on what you see here. So many people are only focused on this part right here. It's how do I build my funnel? What's going to happen when the people get in my funnel? Are they going to buy my product? Will they just give me their money and their email address? But here's the thing. It all starts before the funnel. It starts over here with this traffic, right? It starts with traffic. That's where the whole process starts. And that traffic comes from these ads and these emails that we send out, okay? That's going to determine how many people make it into this funnel. So if we understand marketing, and we understand emotional versus logical, and we understand that stories usually are emotional, and facts usually are logical. I'll give you another example. last night at this meeting, I appealed to the emotional people, but trust me, there were some that were not. And so then the city said, hey, look, in order to even have a variance granted or have a chance for a variance, you have to be in a unique situation, right? And there's nothing unique about your building. And I said, well, absolutely there is. And so I said, let me show you. And I said, look, we have this building and it sits right here and it's nice and it's pretty and all these windows and all this stuff. And this is our building. And I said, right over here, that's a public beach access point. Right over here, that's a public beach access point. And I said, and then right here, this is a bus stop right in front of our building. So when you look at the number of people, okay, that would be walking in front of our building, you've got people going to this beach, people going to this beach, and people getting dropped off at this bus stop. There is no other building like this in that unique situation in the city of Destin. It was impossible for them to argue with me because I was right. What did I present? I presented facts. Those facts resonate with the people that only understand facts. Like that's all they care about. The facts are the facts. You can cry all day about it and how it makes you feel. But the facts are, these are the rules. Well, I was able to reach these facts and tell these stories. And in doing both of those things, I conveyed my message to the city and they immediately granted us this variance. So we're now able to put gates in front of our building, something that no one else has been able to get the city to do. Why was I able to sell the city on it? Aside from the fact that it's completely not a logical thing to not allow it. It was because I appealed with facts and with stories that elicited emotion. And I got them to take action, okay? That's what you need and you want to do in your ads. You want people to take action. And so you need to tell a story, okay? And then you need to have that story create some kind of an emotional response, but then also allow you to give factual information so that people can make logical decisions. So let's talk about that right now. I told you this, or I went through this with you because, as I said, as part of tonight's training, we would talk about E versus L, emotional versus logical, storytelling, depth of storytelling. Let me give you one more example of how deep I want you to dig when you tell stories, okay? I'm helping you be better salespeople. And anybody that tells you you don't need to sell to make money on the internet is an idiot, okay? You have to sell. You're always selling. It doesn't mean that you're selling a product. You may just simply be selling someone on clicking on your ad, on opening your email, on clicking on your link, on giving you their email address. All of those things, those are free. They cost people no money, but you're still selling, right? How many of you are with me on that? Just say yes if you're with me. I want to see lots and lots of yeses. I can hear Chloe in the background. She's yapping, which means she's with me. All right, let me check my time. I'm tracking a little late tonight, but we'll get through this, okay? All right, emotional versus logical. And the depth of the story matters. I had a guy that I used to help, or I tried to help, film a TV infomercial, right? So important to be in depth. He got up on the set, he sat down, and we said, well, you know, so-and-so, tell me about your early life. Like, how did you grow up? And he said, you know, I grew up in a middle-class family, and, you know, we didn't have a lot, but my parents did their best and you know, provided a decent home life for us, and we were able to go okay? Now, how many of you felt anything emotional from that? Did anybody even feel anything from that? Okay, I don't see anybody saying that. Okay. But here's the truth, okay? This is the truth. He grew up in a poor family, a dirt poor family. He had 5 siblings, but only 1 bedroom in the house. So his parents put mattresses on the floor in the garage, but the garage door wouldn't shut all the way. So the garage door was always up about this much at night. And in the wintertime, the freezing cold air would blow in under that garage door and freeze them to death. They couldn't sleep because they were so cold. Then in the morning, they'd wake up and there's the 5 kids or 6 kids along with the 2 parents in 1 bathroom. So he'd have to wake up sometimes 3 hours before school starts so that he could take a shower and brush his teeth, because it was an hours and hours long process for 7 people to use one bathroom in the morning. By the time he got to school, where he had to walk to school, okay, he was worn out. He was worn out. How could he have had the advantages and the same opportunity other students in that school had when he had been through hell before he ever walked through the front door? And think about that. Now, if that was my story and that was true, and I was telling you, how many of you would have felt some emotion there? Would have felt and visually seen the wind and the air coming under a garage door and freezing you and all that? How many of you would have felt something there? I see lots of yeses. You see, you're learning right now why storytelling, digging into the depths and the details of the stories, is what's going to help you convert. It's what's going to help you elicit a response, because we need emotional responses in order to make things happen. And stories get those emotional responses if you are in detail with your stories, okay? So let's move on to your solo ad swipes. I promised you that I would give you these solo ad swipes tonight. Instead of just giving them to you, what I decided to do was put on a clinic and write them with you. And so here we are. We are going to write, we're not going to write too many of them. We'll go ahead and write maybe, I don't know. Let's see, let's make this 16 point. Let's see, solo ad swipe 1. Let's see. Is that big enough for everybody, or do I need to make it bigger? Let me try to make it a little bigger. Let's go with 25.5. Okay. So you have, for every email that you send out, obviously, and these are the swipes that you will give to solo ad providers and say, hey, I want you to send this email to your email list to promote my page, to promote my funnel. This is what I want you to send, okay? So let's skip this. Well, let's don't skip the subject line. Let's use that story as an example, okay? We could say something like, here's why this is so important, okay? Now, again, you can change these subject lines up to whatever you want, okay? Sometimes it's hard to write a subject line before writing the email copy, because you kind of pull out from that email copy things that could help the subject lines, okay? And I'm going to give you this file tonight, by the way, so don't worry. This file will be uploaded for you here in just a minute. You can have these emails. So follow along with me. Don't try to type it and read it, okay? All right, here's why this is so important. I'm going to start off with a very blunt question. Have you tried maybe 1, 2, or half dozen of these learn to make money on the internet programs? If so, I am guessing that you, just like me, have probably found little to no success. Am I correct? Now, here's what we're doing. We're telling people what we already know. This is called a rhetorical question. Have you tried maybe 1, 2, or half dozen of these make money on the internet programs? If so, we already know they probably have. I'm guessing that you, just like me, have probably found little to no success. Am I correct? Here's the thing that we're doing. We are entering the conversation that is in the person's head. They are already having the conversation of, oh my God, another make money on the internet program. I've already tried this. This makes absolutely no sense. It's pointless. It's not going to work for me. We kind of address that up front. We address that we know how they feel. And then we say something like this, okay? Now, I'm going to try to write a story that makes enough sense while being put on the spot, because I legitimately don't like to pre-plan things. So I did not pre-plan these emails at all, because I really wanted to kind of flow, and that's just how I write my emails. So I'm going to say something like this, okay? And everybody has a different story, but I'm going to tell my story, okay? A few years ago, my parents lost everything. Everything, and almost lost their home, okay? This is exactly how I saved them from financial ruin, all right? And I'm gonna put a link here, all right? That link would obviously be teaching affiliate marketing, which is what I did. I started doing affiliate marketing, so for you, this makes sense. So a few years ago, my parents lost lost everything and almost lost their home. This is exactly how I saved them from financial ruin. What bothered me the most was hearing my mom and dad arguing over money. They say that's one of the highest, or one of the most common reasons people get a divorce. And at the time, I knew that it was likely to cause one in my family too. I wanted to help, but I honestly had no clue what to do. I knew the internet and building a business online made sense, and here's why. All right, now here's where you get some logic stuff, okay? This is where you get logical stuff. Number one, it's simple to do, and I could do it from home. I currently was in school at the time. Okay, now I'm providing logic because, again, a lot of people that read these emails, a lot of people that do this, these are people that have a job or they're in school. They have an excuse for why they can't be here, why they can't do it, because they have an excuse they don't have the time. So I'm obliterating that with facts, okay? Now, I'm also appealing emotionally because I'm saying what bothered me the most was hearing my mom and dad argue over money, which I did hear. They say that it's one of the most common reasons people get a divorce. And at the time, I knew it was likely to cause one in my family too, which I really did feel that way. Financial strain, so I probably add this here. Financial strain is just terrible. Okay, so I'm kind of really diving in, and I could go a lot deeper, but obviously this is my story. So financial strain is just terrible. I wanted to help, but I honestly had no clue what to do. All right, I'm going to say something like I felt helpless. Okay, which kind of did. I knew the internet and building a business made sense, but here it made sense, and here's why. It's simple to do, and I could do it from home. It's not expensive to start an online business, especially when you compare it to things like franchises and brick and mortar businesses. Okay, so it's not as expensive, and it's something I could do fast. You see, I needed to make money quickly. So, long story short, you can hear the longer version here, okay, which I'll put a link to, all right? I was able to build a business, make plenty of money, and take care of my family and all their bills, okay? In fact, I've been doing that now for over 15 years. Can you imagine something that not only works, but has worked for 15 plus years perfectly? Here's exactly what I did, and you can even get started doing the same thing today. Okay? I truly hope you click the link above if you've found yourself in any situation similar to mine. I know it will help you. And then put your name. Now, here's the thing. We could go on and on and on and on and on. We could make a very long email. But what I like to do is kind of tell parts of stories that elicit responses, but parts that don't fill in all the gaps. So if you read this email, here's why this is so important. Have you tried maybe 1, 2, or half a dozen of these online make money on the internet programs? If so, I'm guessing that you, just like me, have probably found little to no success. Am I correct? A few years ago, my parents lost everything and even almost lost their home. This is how I saved them from financial ruin. And there's a link, right? What bothered me the most was hearing my mom and my dad arguing over money. They say that that's one of the most common reasons people get a divorce. And at the time, I knew that is likely what was going to be caused or happen in my family too. Financial strain is just terrible. I wanted to help, but honestly, I had no clue what to do. I felt helpless. I knew the internet and building an online business made sense, and here's why. It's simple to do, and I could do it from home. Hey, I was currently in school. It's not expensive to start an online business, especially when you compare it to things like franchises and brick and mortar businesses. And it's something I could do quickly, and I needed to make money quickly. Look, guys, this right here, this is the factual part. This is the logical part. This is where I say it's simple to do. You can do it from home. It's not expensive if you compare it to the other alternatives. Oftentimes people compare making money on the internet and building your internet business. They say, well, man, that's $2,000. Okay, but if we compare that to starting any other business, that's a drop in the bucket. It cost me $80,000 to start a yoga business, okay? A yoga business that makes less in a month or in a year than my internet business is made in like an hour, okay? So, I mean, let's just call a spade, right? You have to compare apples to apples. If you want to start a business, is it really that expensive to start an internet business when we compare it to the alternative? And it's something that you can do fast, right? Quick, right? These are all logical things. Everything else in this email is an emotional thing. It elicits an emotional response. Talking about, about somebody having financial ruin. Talking about how they needed to make money in order to save our family. Talking about how I've taken care of my family for the last 15 years. These are emotional things, right? These are emotional things. The reason that I wanted to write this email with you live, okay? There's a reason that I wanted to do this. It's because rather than giving you this big long file of emails that tells my story, I want you to write one email, 1 to 2 emails before next week. And remember, we're doing something really epic if you're here this week and next week, okay? So you've all made it here this week. If you show up next week, epicness is going to happen for you, okay? Remember, you have to see what I talked about it last week on the webinar. So everybody that's here this week, you qualify, right? Now you just got to be here next week. So you got to make sure that you're here next week in order for this to actually happen for you. It's a $500 gift, okay? So a $500 gift. I'm literally giving you $500, okay? If you show up next week and you were here this week, and so all of you qualify. So this is awesome. But what I want you to do is next week, I want you to show up and I want you to have posted your email copy, okay, in our Facebook group. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy maybe 10 of those copies for $100 a pop, okay? And I'm going to give them to everybody else, to all of our students, okay? So like I always do with landing pages, I'm going to do that with emails, and here's why. Because I want to teach you the art of writing a good email, of having emotional and logical elements to your email to get the responses that you want, because I want to teach you to fish. I don't want to just give you fish, okay? I'll give you your first fish because I don't want you to starve. But while you're eating it, I want you to learn how to fish for yourself because it's going to help you to grow. It's going to help you to make more money. Now, let me show you one more thing real fast, okay? Before we wrap up for tonight, and I show you how to do this, okay? Or I'll show you how to enter your email copy into our contest. So the first thing that I want to show you is something that I feel is very important, and that is optimizing your thank you page to make you even more money, okay? So there's a couple of quick things that you can do here on these thank you pages. Again, this is somebody gives you their email address. You want them to click that link. There's a couple of things that you can do to optimize this, okay? So number one, you can click right here where it says add element, and then you can click this timer thing. So let's see. I think minute timer is probably what I would use. All right, that adds a little timer underneath the button. Then all you've got to do is click on the timer and go over here and go to advanced. And let's see, or we'll just go to themes first. Let's see, probably go with this. Yeah, so we can turn it white since it's on a gray background. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the size small because I want it to be really small. I don't want it to be big or anything. Everything else looks good on it. And then what I'm going to do is check this out. I'm going to put less than a minute on this, okay? I'm going to put like 19 seconds on it. Because at the end of the day, there's no reason that it should take people more than 19 seconds to see that they've been accepted and click and proceed. But check this out. Here's the cool part. If you put, you might even put like, 13 seconds on here. But look at this. Does everybody see this right here where it says redirect URL? Does everybody see this redirect URL right here? Right here in this little spot. This is where you can put your affiliate link.com right here. Okay? Here's what's going to happen. All right? This is a thank you page hack that really works. When this countdown timer hits 0, it will automatically redirect people to the sales page through your affiliate link. So the same link that you're putting in over here on this click here to proceed is the same link that you would put right over here in your redirect URL. Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes if that makes sense to you. Okay? They are the same link. You put the same URL there. And of course, you don't have your affiliate link yet. You will get your affiliate link next week. Okay? So next week, you'll be able to get your affiliate link. But for this week, I want you to realize that you can put that affiliate link right here on this redirect URL. You put this timer on here, and what this does is this forces people to go through your affiliate link and see the sales page. Now, another option is to set this timer to like 2 seconds right here, and to change this messaging to where it says, like where it says click here to proceed, you can say something like processing now. Okay, like this. And now what will happen is once that timer hits 0, it'll just automatically push them away. They don't even have to click. Like there's no reason for them to click, because what's going to happen is when the timer hits 0, it's going to just redirect them straight to your affiliate link. And if you only put 2 or 3 seconds on it, what'll happen is every single person will go through to the sales page. Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes. All right, very good. My suggestion, test both theories, okay? Test both theories. In other words, do it this way, see what your results look like, then change it to where you have the timer and it just automatically pushes people. Because ultimately, the reason we have this page here, okay, the reason this page is here is so that you can track your opt-in rate, okay? If it wasn't for needing to track that, there would really be no reason to have the thank you page. So we let you track your opt-in rate. That's a good thing. But now we can just push people directly on over to your sales page without having to sit there and have them click. This is one of the hacks that we use, and we actually teach this in the Partner with Anthony program. And this is going to help you to get more people to the sales page, which again, we're going to give you your affiliate link for next week. Okay, so next week you will get your affiliate link, and we will be rocking and rolling with the program. So that's one of the thank you page hacks that I wanted to share with you, because as you set things up, I want you to really have the big picture. So we've reviewed Partner with Anthony. We've talked about emotional versus logical. We've written a solo ad swipe together, but we're going to write more for next week. And then we have our thank you page hack that we went over that you guys will be able to implement immediately when you launch this business. So just by a quick poll, how many of you are excited? How many of you love what we learned tonight? Because I was inspired to talk about this because I really want you to understand it'll help you in every business. Just give me a big yes in the chat box. Whew, I'm tired. All right, lots of yeses. I see lots of yeses. Awesome. Okay, so first things first, for next week, okay? So for next week, all right, this is super important. Next week. All right, number 1, we need you to write and submit your, write and submit your solo ad email copy. Okay, how do you go about doing that? Super simple. All you've got to do is go into our Facebook group. Okay, so this is our Facebook group. I'll kind of zoom in. I've left it open for a while. This is our Facebook group. All right. All you've got to do is join our Facebook group, which you can easily do. And then you just simply attach your file here that has your email copy on it. So you just drag it and drop it over here. Super simple. Wherever you post your file, or if you just write your file on your computer, you can just drag it and put it into here, and you can attach a file, which will give you plenty of plenty of these. If you click, you can see that there's all kinds of stuff that you can put in here, but all you got to do is drag your file over here. You can see right here where it says, you click on write this post, more, then it'll say add a file. Okay, so you can add a Word file or whatever, however you write your emails, you can add the file right here. So it's super simple. Or if you use something like Google Drive or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just post your email copy into the group. I'm going to be reviewing these email copies all week. I'm going to have already purchased 10 of them before we go live next week, and I'm going to be giving those 10 out next week live on the webinar. So you need to start writing them now and posting them. Don't wait till Thursday of next week, because I'm going to be buying them all week long. All right. So that's number one, is write and submit your email copy. Number two, okay, so number two, I will be buying $1,000 worth of emails from students and giving to you for free. Pretty cool stuff. All right. Number three. All right. We're going to launch your Partner with Anthony business and get your links. You'll get your links next week. Okay. And then I'm also giving everyone $500 to everyone who's live. So everyone who's on live is going to get $500 that will expire in 72 hours. Okay, so we'll explain more about that, but everyone is going to get $500, okay, that you will have access to if you are on live next week. Think about that. That's pretty incredible. Everyone will get $500 next week. So pretty incredible stuff. How do you get on this? How do you get on this fan page? Super simple, not difficult, I don't think anyway. Let's see here. To get on our fan page, here is the link to get on our fan page right here. I have no clue why that's got me so little over there. You can't see that, only I can, but it looks weird. Okay, it's right here. go.bsc.com/group. Okay, so go.bsc.com/group. What you'll need to do is click join. Okay, and then you have to answer the questions. It asks you a few questions like, when was the last time you were on the Success Connection? That will clearly be tonight. And so you have to fill those questions out, or I will not approve you. It automatically declines you. So it's 3 questions. It's just to make sure we don't have spammers in there. So go to the Facebook group, go.bsc.com/group. And when you go to the group, join. We will get you approved tonight. Once we get you approved, boom, you can start uploading your copy. Maybe I'll be paying you $100 for an awesome email that we can share with everybody that's going to help everybody make more money. I try to involve the community. I try to involve our entire Success Connection community in everything that I do, because I want you guys to be more successful, but I want us to be successful as a community. Now, the next thing that we need to do, which is super, super simple, is tonight you will obviously want that email. How many of you want the email that I just wrote? Probably all of you do. Figures, and that's okay. If you're a new student tonight, this is your Success Connection student portal, okay? I'm going to give you the link and the password for this portal in just a second. There are a few things that I say every single week, so I'm going to breeze through them this week if you don't mind, because it's so much repetitiveness. First of all, we have Facebook alerts right here. If you have not joined our Facebook alerts, you need to do it. Do it tonight. If you don't do it tonight, I can't alert you when we have things that are happening, because you do have to subscribe to the Facebook alerts. That requires clicking that link. I'll send you a Facebook message, and you just say hey or yes or respond to me, and it'll instantly have you approved to get my Facebook alerts, which is the only way that you can get the messages from me, okay? Step number 2, you need to have ClickFunnels, okay? All of those pages that I showed you tonight, okay, this page, like the Partner with Anthony page with this video and this opt-in, already done for you. The thank you page that's already done for you. And all of the other pages in here that are already done for you, right? All of these pages over here. In order to get these pages, you have to have ClickFunnels. If you're a new student, this is just kind of what we use. It's what I use, but it's the only thing that lets me share my pages with you. So I can go and do all the work. You click one link, it puts all those pages in your account. You own them. I have no control over them, but I did all the work for you, okay? Yes, this is an affiliate link for me. It's that you can activate a free trial. It's 2 weeks completely free, cost you nothing if you click that link, but it is an affiliate link. If you do not like for me to get affiliate commissions and you feel like that's the only reason I've been doing this webinar for 4+ years, then go get ClickFunnels somewhere else, okay? Somebody wrote me an email and said they didn't really like the fact that I said I don't care if I get an affiliate commission or not. So I'm going to try to rephrase. I love if you click my link and I can earn an affiliate commission. Who hates money? Does anybody here hate money? I don't hate money, but that's not why I do this webinar series. That's not why I put in all the time and effort. The amount of money that I've made from that is just, I mean, it's just kind of peanuts compared to what I do in my business. So I use that money to I hired another developer who provides a lot of these funnels that you get every week. So I use the resources to put back into the Success Connection. And so that's what I do with the money with it. But again, if you don't want to use my link, you don't have to. If you're new and you don't care and you're just like, man, just get me ClickFunnels so I can get all these funnels and I can be ready to launch this business next week, awesome. You can click that link right there. The one thing that you do need to do is make sure you have your ClickFunnels account and all of these funnels installed before next week, okay? It is crucial that you don't delay and you don't waste time. If you have ClickFunnels already and you just haven't installed all these funnels, get it done right now, tonight, before next Thursday. Do not wait, do not delay, do not procrastinate, okay? Once you get ClickFunnels, you just scroll down here. All these other funnels are available for you. You can get them tonight for free. But the one thing I want to make sure you get is scroll down here where it says Partner with Anthony, okay? Click right here where it says opt-in pages. Make sure that you download both of these opt-in pages because we're going to connect things next week. You got to have these, okay? So make sure that you download these tonight. It's free. It costs you nothing. You click the button, and all of a sudden, when you log into your ClickFunnels account, you see this right here. It's all done for you, okay? So please, please, please do not procrastinate. Do this now. Remember that these links break tonight at midnight to keep people from stealing all of my funnels that are not Success Connection students, okay? So these links will not work after midnight, so it is super, super important that you do this right now and do it before midnight. And then Nick is also uploading that solo ad swipe that I just wrote for you. So that should be there right now as well. So let me just double check with him and make sure that he has that copy. He does? Okay. So that should be there right now. You can click that download button. You can download the email that I just wrote. You'll have everything that you need so that you can be successful with this starting next week. Next week is going to be pretty crazy. I think a lot of people are going to probably freak out. So let me tell you how to get to this page, okay? To get to that page, all you do is you go to this website address right here, go.bsc.com/funnel. And then all you've got to do is type in the password, which is success. The password is success. All right, so the password is success. So you're going to type in the password success because I believe that everyone can be a success if you take the time to put in the work and follow what I'm saying and do what we're doing, I believe you can be successful. And that's the reason why the password is success. So here you go. The password is success. Now you know how to get to everywhere you need to get to. You can go to our Facebook group and ask to join. That's go.bsc.com/group. You can go right here to this page and you can get your funnels. You can get click funnels. You can be set up and ready to rock, ready to launch your Partner with Anthony business next week. All you got to do is go to go.bsc.com/funnel. The password is success. Listen, guys, I hope you've had a great time tonight. I have spent a little bit longer than an hour with you. I think I'm at an hour and 10 minutes. But you know, I try my best to keep it as short as possible, but as powerful as possible. How many of you enjoyed tonight? Just say yes. All right, I see lots and lots of yeses. Look, if you enjoyed tonight, do me a favor. Go on Instagram, go on Facebook, go to the Facebook group. Leave me some comments. Let me know. I might give away some cash tonight once I get off of here and take a deep breath. But I love to get feedback. I love to get comments. I would love your feedback. I would love your comments. So if you could, go to the Facebook group, leave some comments, tell everybody how awesome it was or how much it sucked if it sucked. Same thing on Instagram. Stay social, stay engaged. Leave me some comments. Let me know that you feel like we're doing a good job. Listen, guys, I am so excited about next week, what we got going on. I mean, we're giving away $500, not to one person, by the way, to everybody. So I think that's important to understand is everybody that joins is going to get this $500 deal that I've never done before. We're going to write and submit those emails tonight. So don't forget that. Write those emails, post them in the group. I'll be buying $1,000 worth of those from you guys next week. We're going to launch your business next week. You're going to launch your Partner with Anthony business next week. It is going to be exciting. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and I look forward to seeing you here. Listen, guys, have a safe weekend. Have a great weekend. Have a productive weekend. Do a little bit more this weekend than other people are doing. That's what the definition of self-made is. It's doing things you don't have to do because you know it's the right thing to do and you know it's the right thing and the right move for your business. I want all of you to be self-made. That's what we're working for in 2019. I'm excited to be here and to lead that charge and to help you make that a reality. Being self-made, doing what you know you need to do to be successful. That's my goal for all of you. So again, have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and I'll see you all right here next week on the Success Connection, same place, same time, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, take care, everybody. Good night.